If you're an NBA fan, you know that the offseason is filled with teams scrambling to rearrange or improve their teams with trades or drafts. It looks like the Nuggets are rebuilding around Nikola Jokic as they scramble to get a win. Want to know more about what the Denver Nuggets are planning? Keep watching for all the details. Let's begin.
But first, a reminder about our brand new giveaway. We're giving away a PS5 with a copy of NBA 2K22 and Madden 22. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.
First up, Denver Nuggets scrambling to create winning team. The Denver Nuggets might have a long history, but the same can't be said for their success. Even if they've had a few successful periods, they're a name generally synonymous to mediocrity, or, at their worst, plain failure. They've never even reached the NBA Finals, despite being one of the oldest surviving teams from the ABA era. To put things into perspective, they were established as the Denver Larks, then Rockets, before finally settling on the Nuggets back when the American Basketball Association was the most prominent league. They reached the finals back in 1976, but lost to the New York Nets. And that was the last time people saw the team anywhere near a title. After the ABA-NBA merger led to the NBA becoming the major basketball circuit, they had only mediocre appearances as they qualified for the playoffs in the 1980s, and for a decade in 2004 to 2013. But while they're not at the bottom of the barrel, they're certainly not an A-list team either. You probably won't see them as a contender for the title. Of course, they've had prominent players like Alex English, Dikembe Mutombo, and George Karl training Carmelo Anthony and his Iverson and Billups duo. Karl was the NBA's Coach of the Year back in 2016, but it's the new roster with Nikola Jokic that the team has set their hopes on, and the Nuggets want to rebuild around Nikola Jokic. Michael Malone was brought in as head coach, who started bringing improvements by focusing on young players, including Nikola Jokic. The Nuggets brought in former Kentucky Wildcats guard Jamal Murray and drafted Michael Porter Jr. in 2018. Finally, things started looking up for them as Jokic was selected as an All-Star in 2019, the team's first since Carmelo Anthony in 2011. They finished the season with 54 wins and became first in their division and second in the Western Conference. As they started picking up speed in the 2019-2020 season, it was the next one that brought about a new era for the Denver Nuggets. Nikola Jokic was named MVP, being the first center to get the award since Shaquille O'Neal of the Los Angeles Lakers. He was also the first Nugget ever to get the award. In simple words, the team landed on a gold mine, since the player was initially drafted as number 41 pick and had become a prominent player. Now they need to build a team around him, Murray, and Porter. Up next, twice MVP Nikola Jokic not enough for Nuggets to win. The Denver Nuggets are finally in possession of the two-time reigning MVP of the National Basketball Association, Nikola Jokic. However, even though he's been trying his level best to carry the team, there's only so much he can do, and it seems like that's showing as the Nuggets have failed to attain much success in the postseason. Jamal Murray and Michael Porter have been out of action, both supporting injuries that limited their abilities to play, and it's obvious that his co-star's absence has a lot to do with their failure this season. Michael Porter only played in about 9 games before he received a back injury. He had to undergo a procedure resulting in him missing the rest of the season. Murray tore his ACL, due to which he was sidelined, and the whole season was spent recovering. Even though the Nuggets did not have some of their best players in the lineup due to reasons just mentioned, they still managed to win 48 games and place 6th in the Western Conference. The Golden State Warriors won against them rather easily in the first round, which displeased the organization. Next, the Denver Nuggets need Nikola Jokic-centered team for a bright future. Action Network's Matt Moore had some words to say about the Denver Nuggets, who are hoping to make a legendary comeback this offseason. Two veterans that have been rotation players for some time have been set up for trade talks, as Denver is hoping to build a solid team around their best players, meaning Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, and Michael Porter Jr. He said that the Nuggets will not be getting the time most teams have to regain their footing and consider their options. Since Will Barton and Monte Morris will likely be traded, the Nuggets need to hit the offseason running and quickly play some aggressive moves to create a solid team that helps their momentum. Barton has been on the team for 7 years since being traded in from the Portland Trail Blazers, while Morris was drafted in 2017. Some people have also suggested that the Nuggets will include Zeke Naji for a better trade deal. As long as the Nuggets can rebuild properly and solve the team's health problems, they'll have a better chance for the title than ever before. If they actually manage it, then it'll be one for the history books. The team just needs to get it together before the Western Conference starts early next season. Now, in other news, Denver Nuggets and Oklahoma City Thunder have massive trade deal. In the 2022 NBA Draft, trades are expected to be a big part of it. Several teams are looking to acquire polished talent to try for victory, while others look with the aim of acquiring a foundational piece to build their future on. We already have our first deal of the draft, even though it's only a week away. The Denver Nuggets and Oklahoma City Thunders have completed a deal to send Jermichael Green and a protected 2027 first-round pick to Oklahoma City. The Nuggets will receive the number 30 overall pick and future second-round selections in exchange. The parting of Oklahoma City with 3 selections was rather shocking, but they added another first-round pick to their already overflowing treasure chest of assets. The Nuggets now have 2 first-round picks, number 21 and 30, due to this trade. The Thunders will be on the clocks with picks number 2, 1, and 24. The Nuggets will now have the ability to sign players using the $6.4 million tax mid-level exception in free agency. They will also have an $8.2 million trade exception so that they can acquire someone via trade. Next, players the Denver Nuggets need to shoot for to create their dream team. The Denver Nuggets have basically been on a gap year as they've not gone past the first round of playoffs for some time. However, things seem like they would go better for them next year. In fact, they have already decided which 3 dream targets they should be aiming for in the offseason. The first one is Jonathan Isaac, who despite being 24 has hardly been on the field due to injuries, limiting his potentially very successful career. He can be one of the best defensive players in the NBA, and the Denver Nuggets are hoping that this will help them in the future. The second one is Matisse Thybulle. He is not one of the best players, with only 32.4% of accuracy in his long-range shots. However, he is also one of the best defenders in the NBA. He can defend against all types of attacks, including wings, guards, etc. So there's hope that not only will he make an impact, but also improve his accuracy and proceed to rank among the league's best. Finally, there's Mikal Bridges, who's a great defensive wing and has already hit his threes. Though there's a chance he may not be available, there's still hope that he'll join the Nuggets. And Will Barton and Monty Ferris up for grabs in the Nuggets trade talks. The Denver Nuggets haven't made it past the first round of playoffs for about a year, but that's not stopping them from regaining their previous strength back by the next season. Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. and Nikola Jokic are most likely to make their return, despite the fact that they've looked short-handed in the previous 2 postseasons. It is possible that the Nuggets are trying to make use of the 2 MVP strengths and build around them to ensure their success in the future. The latest NBA rumors also state that veterans like Will Barron and Monty Morris are being made available in trade talks. Action Network's Matt Moore had some words to say regarding this. He stated that despite the fact that most teams get a set amount of time trying to gain their footing, the Nuggets are expected to run from the start due to the recent developments. There are high expectations for Denver next season, and everyone's hoping they reach them, especially with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray on the team. Hence, Denver is planning to make some aggressive moves to level up their game and prove to be a challenge, leading them to put up the 2 veterans for trade. That's a wrap for this video. Will you be rooting for the Denver Nuggets and Nikola Jokic? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.